everybody, Matt Brown here from the band Dead Parade in Matt Brown's guitar studio in Chicago. I am going to teach you You Never Give Me Your Money on bass by the Beatles. So this one's a pretty slow, chill tune, and you probably noticed that I skipped like the big long intro where the bass isn't playing at all, so I didn't want to bore you. So anyway, we're going to start with this lesson too, obviously right where the bass starts and not talk about the big piano and vocal intro. So let's get after the chords and talk about that, and then I'll talk about the bass line. So right where the bass comes in, we have pretty minor jazzy harmony, so I'm going to just refer to the general harmony. So we have an A minor chord in the first bar, and we're just going to play an A minor root note. D minor is in the next bar. So we're going to play the root note there on your third string, and then kind of go up the scale to our next chord, your G chord there at the 10th fret, and then we have a C chord, and that is walking up towards an F chord, so kind of going up the scale to approach the F note. Okay, let's check out the next few bars. After the bar with the F chord, what we're going to do is the minor version of the 2-5-1 progression here in A minor. So what we have is like B minor 7 flat 5 to an E7 chord to an A minor chord. So what the bass is doing, starting at a B note, walking up the scale. There's your E note, and then it ends with your A minor chord right there. So there's your back to your root note. Then what we have is just a little kind of your cheesy cliche bass transition into the key of C major. So what we're doing is starting at a G note on your fourth string, and as a disclaimer, you know, he played, I believe it was one of those Hofner basses for this song, and if you play up high in one of those basses, it tends to sound out of tune. So I'm playing a lot of stuff on different strings, same note. You know, he was probably playing a lot of stuff real low on the neck anyway to keep it more in tune. Anyway, this lick we have, you know, cliche like I said, just down the scale. And then we're into the key of C for the next section. So let's talk about the chords there. All right, so we've got kind of split bars of chords here. So we have, first measure we have C to an E chord, and we're just playing arpeggios. And then we have an A minor chord, and we're going to do the A minor scale to a C7 chord, and we're going to walk down C Mixolydian here. And then we have our F chord, we're going to play F major pentatonic, G chord, just down the scale. Then we have a C7 chord, and we're going to play this classic, you know, walking line there. All right, so those 4 bars that I just played, I'll play them with the track here in a second, are going to repeat again identically. So then after that, we're going to go to the next part. But like I said, play it with the track. Kind of what's going on with, I'm going to call it the Mixolydian bridge section, is that we're throwing in some of the Mixolydian type chords in the key of C now. So we're going to a B flat chord, just playing the root note at the 6th fret, F chord, 8th fret, C chord, 8th fret, and then we're going to go B flat again. This time we're going to go low for the F chord to C chord down here. Alright, let's check out the next several bars. So the Mixolydian idea is going to continue here. We're going to play a B flat chord, F to C, back to B flat, to F, and then he plays a B flat with a little descending line here to the F, up to a little G here. And then I'm going to call the next section the transitional section number 1. So we'll check that out. The transitional section starts with C chord in the first measure, D chord next bar, then we're doing like an E flat type deal. And then what we have after that is the kind of quirky part. So anyway, all we're doing is just playing root notes for this part, except for over the last chord we're going up to the G here, so. And then this is where the quirky part starts. So we have C, A, then E flat, C. So those fretwise would be 3 and 2, third string and first string. Then we're going up to 9 and 8. So it's like this kind of symmetrical, diminished, moving minor third idea. So that's 12 and 11, and then we're walking up chromatically to go into what I'll call transitional section 2. Alright, so this section begins with just we're sliding out of that that high A and going to a low A. Next measure we're playing eighth notes on a B chord. Next measure is a split between C and E. Next measure is an A chord. So that looks kind of neat. It's just kind of a hybrid major minor pentatonic lick. So he's doing 3 root notes and then doing a hammer on 8 to 9, then 7 to 9 hammer on, and then you have that 7, 9, and then a final 7 there. So all together. And then we're into this next part where we're just kind of going back and forth between like D and A stuff. So pretty predictable with the root notes and everything. So all we have left is the final section. So let's check that out. Final section chord-wise, you have a split bar in the first bar of it, which is going from a C chord to a G with a B in the bass. Then the following measure is just all A7. So that's kind of the idea that's going on here. So really just, kind of playing those notes that I just said. So C, B, and then we're going to do our A arpeggio. And that's it. At the end, he's doing this high A root note. And then getting back into the riff. And that is how the song ends. So that is it. That does it for You Never Give Me Your Money. And we got, about maybe 7 more songs on this album. So stay tuned. I am Matt Brown. Please become a Patreon member. And if you'd like, my whole tab library access, please subscribe. Please like the video. Please comment. And I'll see you guys around for more.